Hi Virgo, this is your reading for April 2020. So this is for Virgo Sun, Virgo Moon, and Virgo Rising signs. And it is a general tarot forecast for your sign for the month of April. I'm going to get pretty in-depth with this one here as opposed to your bi-weeklies. I am going to be using 2 layers of tarot for your Celtic cross. And following that, we will get a card each from the Oracle deck. So what is in store for you guys? All right, Virgo, Sun, Moon, Rising, April 2020. Messages for Virgo, April 2020. Just for Virgo, April 2020. Just for Virgo, Sun, Moon, Rising, April. So I am recording this mid-March. I hope this is finding everyone in good health and in good company, if that's possible. Get all your video chats. Stay in touch with people, just stay safe. So many pages, a couple of 6s. Yeah, coming to terms with something is going to be wow. I just read for Leo, Taurus played an extraordinarily important part at the end of the month for Leo as well, or certainly institutions regarding Taurus, possessions and banking and so forth. I'm just now looking at, the 9 of Swords. I think this could just be more of a realization that you don't have to worry about here. So the more I learn about the swords, for example, especially when we get up later in them, the 7s, 8s, 9s, and 10s, the artwork technically looks a little bit more scary or off-putting than it need be. It really can just be an understanding or an accumulation and a recognition of information that, you may not have wanted necessarily, or you may find it, tough or imposing. But it will not kill you to have this information. In fact, it's going to serve you. So try not to let that put you off there. A couple of pages, as I mentioned. Let's get into some meanings behind a couple of pages showing up. We do have fun and enjoyment with 2 pages, technically, and they are here, both the Page of Cups and of Pentacles. We have a lot of Pentacles for you, indeed, and then a lot of fire sign or wands, right? Which is the main theme for you. So we're looking at money, possessions, technically people, places, or things, matched with your effort, your willpower, possibly business and work. So bottom of the deck energy here with the Queen of Wands. Aries ruled, right? So this is first house for you. This month is really all about you. This is going to take all your energy. Virgo, you could have, Aries in the first 5 planets of your own chart. You could have Aries rising, for example. Could be cross-watching. I would say, if that's the case for you and you know that your Aries, say, rising or something like that, and you see Aries pop up in a Virgo reading, this always indicates you. However, because I'm reading for Virgo, Sun, Moon, Rising, I would say this is an Aries individual, whether it's you or not, okay? Or first house, right? So this is your self-direction, your self-propelling, your ideas and plans, a pioneer spirit, really nice strong energy. Let's get their second layer on and then look very deeply into each position for you guys. April 2020. I would say there's no, overtly difficult energy here. There is a little bit of conflict, and whenever we see that, there's just room to grow. Look at all this Pentacles, guys. Wow. So, yeah, there could be, generally speaking, some conflict within the home. Try to be nice and extra kind to people right now, or demand, you can demand that people are extra nice and kind to you right now, but this is going to impact your home life for the foreseeable, well, until the end of the month. Here's where I was talking about that swords energy and the artwork. You know, I understand, right? It's really imposing, but it is an ending. It is, there could be a sense of defeat, okay, to your first house, to your sense of self-actualization, to your sense of moving about the world, doing things you want, being the leader in your own right, making decisions that you think are best. You could feel under the gun here. You could feel like this is an imposition for you. There could be major endings and beginnings around first house or Aries energy for you. Again, when we're dealing with wands, we are dealing with the will. We are dealing with enterprise or work, right? It could just be that work is coming to a standstill, right? Like this is a global situation, right? I suspect strongly by the time you're watching this, we'll still be in the throes of some part of the global situation right now. So it could just be that the direction you were going is suddenly halted, or plans had to change very rapidly. Let's look at the cards indicating you and the current position you are in. These two are together. So, you know, with regard to the direction of the reading today or influences on you, dear Virgo, we do have the Page of Cups paired with the Three of Pentacles. So yeah, more than likely we're looking at a work situation, right? Pages that are younger than you, however old you are. So a younger water sign person or energy. So that's Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces person or energy. You know, just on a surface level, we're looking at the emotional world, right? We're looking at our emotional capacity. We're looking at how we deal with our emotions, feeling emotional. And because there's a child indicated, it could be about a child, you know, your inner child, etc. But something having to do with work. This could be actual child care for you, or what to do about child care at this time. You could be accepting children right now if you're doing some, you know, community work. You could be doing some child care. I always include animals when I talk about children. You know, we don't need to be human beings to be children or childlike. So this could involve animals as well, just for the record. But yeah, in relation to the influences on you or the direction of the reading today, we are looking at possibly, very likely about children, or, you know, the softer or more gentler side of yourself, right? And then the workplace or beginning work on something and feeling very comfortable in that position. And then we have the Knight of Wands paired with the Ten of Pentacles. And this is actually really exciting energy. So this is the direction you could go in. If there are no obstacles, or the situation you could be in. And here is some really nice Sagittarius energy paired with the Ten of Pentacles. You know, we could technically look at this in terms of your home wealth, your prosperity, long-term investments, grandparents, grandchildren, Jupiter ruled, you know, Sagittarius here, something very positive, something is growing. You could be in touch with more family than you normally are. But really strong pentacle energy over these really nice, young, gentle, however exciting the Knight of Wands is. They are very exciting. This person does bring news, however. There could be news about a grandparent at this time as well, or grandchildren. Here in the position where we're looking at a little bit of strife possibly around the family situation, right? We have our second 10. Let me just look quickly if we have any more 10s here. The 10, wow, we do, guys. We have the 10 of Cups, 10 of Pentacles, 10 of Swords. I'm just going to give a quick shout out here. Commercial transactions. Commercial transactions could be extremely important for you, Virgos, in the month of April. I want to really throw that out there. This could be concerning commercial transactions for you right now. And if you look at all the Wands energy and the Pentacles, this certainly looks like an investment, a banking or income situation. So here we have this kind of, you know, sprite 5 of Wands qualified by the 10 of Cups, right? And this is your happy home. This is, again, this could be technically speaking about ancestors, grandparents, grandchildren. Definitely more about, you know, mothers, fathers, and children. Again, children, very, very important here. But this is in the position of your desired aim or what is, easily achievable for you. Changes within the home, right? This is creative competition. This is lively competition. The Five of Wands, we're looking at someone wants to win. As long as this is friendly on the home front, I think it's going to be very, very positive. There's a lot of support. We actually have 2 sixes supporting each other right now. Even if there is some strife within the home or around children or parents at this time, I suspect very strongly this is going to wane as quickly as it begins. So anything, it could just be concern as well. You could just be sort of like fired up about getting in touch or involved with people who are family or who are, friends who are family right now. But again, nothing terrible is happening here. It's just that there's a little bit of strife or upset or some changes, right? Some sudden changes and quite likely affecting your emotional world, having to do with work or enterprise. So here in our distant past, right? This is what we've pulled out of in March coming into April. This is what we left a little while ago. We do have a couple of sixes as well. It's just occurring to me as I move along reading. 6 of Wands, 2 sixes of Wands, and then the 6 of Pentacles. Are there other sixes? No, I want to get this out to you in case this is important. I mean, it looks like it could be a very, very positive wish come true or something extremely positive, at least by the end of April for you guys. A new direction with regard to career or investment or even income, because 3 sixes indicate achievements and success. So we have commercial transactions and achievements and success. You might be the only sign that's going to benefit from this global shutdown right now, Virgo. You're doing okay for yourselves, guys. 6 of Wands paired with the 2 of Cups. Absolutely stunning, generous, kind, soulmate energy. Really lovely. You feel very supportive. You're very supportive to someone else. This is possibly within the home or career direction, but you feel very confident, very supportive. Really not much more to that combination there. Here we have even more support in your recent past. This is, I would say 24 to 48 hours before even watching this, before the beginning of April, as opposed to, say, mid-March. You are dealing with a lot of support, a lot of accolades, feeling like you're in a good position. You would even be fearless at this time. In fact, I would get out of the mind around your wishes, your hopes and fears situation. That could be the only thing that could be driving you crazy right now, if at all, or causing any worry or concern, because everything around you seems to be moving at a really positive speed. It seems to be going in a right direction for you. We're going to look at this in detail in just a moment, but it is very interesting to see the Devil on top of the 9 of Swords. I think there could be an addiction or an obsession with worry at this time, and there's going to be no point. It's just going to drag you down, and it's just a suck up. It's sucking up all your head power and your brain power. So this is actually, I think, a little bit of a warning. I would say that this is going to be in relation to any fears. But I'm really sort of pointing that out right now because this is a difficult combination in your hopes and fears position, whereas hopefully you can see everywhere else is kind of like things are lovely. There could be a spark of new energy. There could be something actually going right for you. There's a lot of support here for you. So it's kind of like how you're thinking about the situation. Make sure you're communicating something about how you're thinking and what you're feeling about it and get some feedbacks to get you out of your head. That's what I just saw there. Back to the recent past. This is what you're leaving behind here, guys. Right, 6 of Pentacles paired with the 6 of Wands. So again, a lot of support. This is a victory card, technically speaking, right? So you have the victory back with the soulmate. You have a victory here with money, income, or a balanced situation. Balanced finances, balanced assets. This could even be your health. Your health could be balanced and safe right now. in your near future, or what you have to discover, is the Page of Pentacles paired with the Eight of Pentacles. And here's where you could be working at home. Here's where you could be doing something with children at home, about children. You could be inventing something. This could be a Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn individual with you at home who's working on something. But I would suggest here it's something you're doing with your body or about your body. If not finance or online. I'm only not really suggesting that it's online a lot here because we don't have a lot of swords. So I'm thinking this is something that you're doing with your hands. Sewing, knitting, cooking, baking, actually caring for children. Something you're doing in a very, very practical way. This could just be like cleaning or exercising here, guys. But something that you're already good at. I would suggest that if it is something you're already good at and you can sell it, maybe consider putting it online. Because this could get you out of your head, believe it or not. It could be that you don't know where to put this product or put this effort, and worrying about it is keeping you trapped, right? This is a trap. Try to get a little bit creative with it at this time, or just build up a reserve of what you're making, and then go ahead and try to sell it or establish a market for it at a later date. Here we have in the position that how you feel about the situation, right? And this is Cancer ruled Chariot, which is moving forward in a victorious direction, possibly concerning your home or home life. And then we have a sense of suspension, right? Not knowing what to expect next, not knowing in which direction your home could be going in or what to expect at home. These are two majors. Cancer ruled technically, right? So we have 4th house, and then we have the Hanged Man. So this is, let me just refer. I want to make sure that I have the right planet for the Hanged Man before I tell you what that is. And I went too far. Hold on now. I really want to get this right for you. Chariot, of course, is Cancer ruled. Where are you, little buddy? There we go. So this is technically ruled by water. So this is like really water heavy. Your emotional world is definitely going to be impacted here, possibly having to do with the home. Something is in suspension or needs to be surrendered. Or at least a new perspective is necessary in the way that you're addressing something here. We have some exciting energy here with our Justice card qualified with the Knight of Wands. So a lot of fire energy. This is both Leo and Sagittarius energy. And this is how other people are seeing you. This is incredibly inventive and good news, very passionate. If this is a love reading for you, this could be a very exciting time for you. I would say this last column here is going to represent the last week of the month of April. But this is really exciting, right? So how others see you is very self-propelled. Leo, 5th house, exciting creative energy. This is life-affirming. This is very victorious. And then with this passionate, honest, Jupiter ruled, Knight of Wands, right? Really exciting energy. It's fun. There's a lot of enjoyment here. There's a lot of passion and enjoyment. So you could be feeling very loved and lovable. At least that's how other people want to approach you. Here is that difficult situation with the Devil qualifying the 9 of Swords that I talked about at some length a few moments ago. Just because, as I said, it just stood the heck out in accordance to all these other really sweet cards here. I mean, this really stands out. You can probably tell even just by the artwork. So your hopes and fears position, yeah, I mean, you could be expecting the best of the worst. I would suggest here to use what you do know about a situation, even if it isn't to your liking. Expect the best with it, or create some environment where you can use it to your advantage. We are looking at Capricorn ruled Devil card, and its keyword is use. So you're going to want to use any information or awareness that you have about something to your advantage or to benefit you somehow. So if you're obsessed about information or about discovery at this time, use it to your advantage, right? If you feel trapped, stymied, or bound to something at this time that you'd rather not know, start using your hands, get out of your head, talk to somebody about it. We do have Capricorn 10th house energy over this air, really about communication, the way you think. Yes, technically something could leave you a little bit sleepless, or it could cause a little bit of temporary panic. But again, don't let it drive you down. 10th house energy, we're looking at our social status, our public face, how we're seen in the world. It could even be, we have Capricorn and then we have Taurus ruled King of Pentacles here. It could just be about money and income and assets, stability in general at this time. Try not to stress about that, Virgo. It's just not going to be worth it. It really isn't. This 10 of Swords and the 9 of Swords are really trying to tell you, you can help yourself out of a difficult situation. The direction may have changed temporarily and it might have been out of your hands, but it's really nothing to worry about. We can be creative, right? And we know that because our outcome card or advice is the King of Pentacles, qualified by that 2 of Wands. It's a choice, right? So as fixed energy ruled King of Pentacles, we're looking at the 2nd house. This is possessions, this is finance, banking. This could be a father figure, but this is posh living. This is really having everything you've ever needed. You're in a really good position to start something new or to see the world in a different way or to begin something new at this time. So, you can really, honestly, I believe this is going to be useful for you, Virgo, at this time, because it's going to allow you to see something the way it truly is in order for you to move forward accordingly in a direction that's good for you, as opposed to just avoiding something or getting caught up in the excitement. This is an important phase to making a positive, choosing a positive direction for yourself in relation to possessions, finance, banking, health, certainly anything having to do with beauty and food. 2nd house. Really, people should talk more about its relation to food. If you know any Taurians, you'll get the joke. It could just have to do with, the basics, but you have them. If it's a car, if it's a home, if it's a bank account, if it's investments, if it's earnings, if it's returns, you're just going to have to decide which direction to go in. You're not missing anything. Nothing saying that it's going to be taken from you. And again, with family, this could be, a family situation. Taurus is possessions, but also partnerships, as it is Venus ruled. And of course, the other Venus ruled planet is the sign of partnerships, which is Libra. So this could have to do with partnerships and the home. So let's get a couple of oracles for you, polish off your reading. Honestly, and I'm really pleased to see this for all the readings that I've been doing for April so far for each sign, there's really nothing overarchingly difficult here for you guys, which is astounding considering the state of global events. And from what I know that you've, been through over the past few years, this is just going to be like a really, it's not going to feel too unusual. Like I said, I think you might have to use your imagination differently or use information here. You are very protected. Just use information or thought processes to your advantage. Use any sense of obsession or over-involvement or feeling bound to something. Maybe just feel trapped. But again, if it is about communicating or a lack of communication, really get out of your head. Write, draw, make videos, get out of the house if you can. Go, spend some time in nature. Certainly we're all still, depending on where you live right now, most of us are still permitted to do that. I really sincerely hope if you're watching this maybe end of April that everything's back to normal. I certainly hope that is the case for all of us. But let us get your final card for you here, guys. Well, let's choose between these ones, I suppose. And I just want to mention as well, I don't expect you to watch all the other signs. I mean, cross-watching is fun, actually. Watch your moon and rising for sure. Those are really helpful. If you're Virgo sun, for example. But, everyone's kind of going through it right now. Everyone's having to make some decisions and this is amazing. I'm not even kidding. Whether or not you watch those other videos, I will tell you that the majority of other signs are getting playfulness. This is really important here, guys. We really want to keep light. We want to keep some light. We want to keep some healthy, appreciative attitudes right now. We do see some children here. Try to have some fun if you can at all. Try to look at the bright side. Look at the positive. Look at what you have. Look at what you already have and include your health in that list, guys. It's really important right now. And bless your hearts, if you are dealing with any health issues at this time, definitely reach out. You will get a lot of support. It looks like here in your reading. We do have soulmates showing up twice for you, right? Soulmates back here with our Two of Cups in our distant past, and then just shouting right in our faces here, soulmates. So you're very much protected, very much valued and appreciated. Certainly, Virgo, you are going to feel this way about a very special person in your own life. Here with Dolphin and Grouse showing up, coming out of the medicine deck. So Dolphin is mana, and then Grouse is Sacred Spiral. I think you have a lot to learn about yourself at this time. I think there could be some secrets deep within, some emotional worlds that you can go to, maybe some emotional depths that you can get to make sense of things. You could be, could even just be the difference between, you know, the intellect and intuition. Could be very important right now. Also, you know, magic, medicine, shamanism could be very important to you right now. You know, spells and rituals could be very important. Whenever we see Grouse or Sacred Spiral, we are looking at, generally speaking, witchcraft or matters of the occult. You could be doing spell work at this time or being called to do spell work at this time. At the very minimum, you know, health in all areas, physical, mental, social, financial, you know, however you want to look at that, you know, health is going to be very, very important, but manageable, okay? And you do have some power over this. You can play the magician in your own play right now. And then retreat, right? It's time to disconnect from the world. Well, no kidding. It is time to disconnect. So, you know, disconnect from schedules, right? I don't think you just need to disconnect from loved ones, and you don't need to disconnect from nature, right? So just maybe consider that a disconnection from schedules and plans necessarily for April, but stay in touch with people, let people help you, come to the aid of other people if you can at this time. Something is temporary, try to get out of your head about it, use something that feels like it's taking up time or space to your advantage, and a new direction concerning what you're invested in is going to meet you at the end of the month. So overall, pretty positive here for you, Virgo. If you have a second, comment below. I love hearing from you guys. And if you like my content, please like, share, and subscribe to my channel. I hope that you'll watch your rising and moon sign videos. Until I see you in the next video, I sure hope I see you there. Take excellent care. Bye for now.